Hey guys, it is Mission Discover. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm here at the Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. We're about to go inside for the Philly Fishing Expo. And this is something a little bit different than what I typically do on the channel. I'm going to take you guys inside. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what they have to offer in the show if you end up going in future years. And then I'm going to take a look at some of the products that they have available, talk to some of the people in the industry, see what they have to say, and then we're going to go back to the house and check out what I ended up buying from the show. Alright guys, we are here at the Eurotackle booth and we got a special guest. We got Extreme Philly Fishing here. If somehow you guys do not know who this is, he is a fellow life lister, fellow multi-species angler like myself. If you guys are someone who follows and enjoys my multi-species madness episodes, you're definitely going to like all the stuff that EPF is putting out. So I'll have his information linked down in the description below. How's it going, Leo?
Oh, it's been great. I'm just here chilling with Nola here at the Philadelphia Fishing Show. He was just telling me he started a YouTube channel. Guess what? We co-workers now. That's what's up. Keep on grinding out there, dude.
Alright, so how many species are you at now?
I'm at 426 right now. I'm going towards 500.
I'm at 109, so he's got a little bit more than I do.
Yo, still triple digits. That's awesome.
Alright, and so Eurotackle, can you give them a quick synopsis of what we got going on down here?
Sure. The big boss is actually right over there by the cash register. It's a company that is based in Connecticut, but he's originally from Belgium. In Belgium, they don't really have, they do also have live listing, but they also have this thing called street fishing that is equivalent to our urban fishing. So like when you go fishing the Schuylkill River in Center City, Philadelphia, it's like that type of vibe, you know? You just walk around, cast small lures, go for whatever bites, no discrimination when it comes to the fish species. So he decided to start the brand with the lures and everything else. And let me tell you, it's been working great, man.
Does. I really like their small lures. You guys have seen me catch tons of different panfish and different species on stuff like that, and we're going to be picking up some extra stuff today. One of the things I was hoping to find that I did not find, they have these little things called Eurotackles. They're essentially like a fly box style size box, and they have foam inserts and they have open sections as well. There's a hybrid version, and I was going to pick up one of those for ice fishing so I could store my jigs and different plastics in the same box. However, they don't have them here today. They're sold out. Wish I had it, but I'll be getting one of those eventually, so I'll make sure I show you guys that once I pick one of those up. Alright, thank you for your time.
Hey, heck yeah, man. Keep on grinding out there. Alright, the YouTube game is not easy, but as far as you put time, just like you put time on the water, results showed up.
Alright, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Here at the Worm Bar, they have a whole bunch of pack your own bag stuff here. Kind of grab whatever type of plastics you want, and you pay by weight here, and their stuff's pretty decent. If you can find one of these in your area at an expo that you go to, make sure you check it out. We are here with Fresh Baits. If you guys have seen my multi-species madness episode number 1, I used these guys on a drop shot and caught a ton of fish, including my PB black crappie. One of their coolest features here is they actually glow with UV light, which makes it really easy for the fish to see when it's in deeper water, stuff like that. It makes it easier for those fish to see and gets you a little bit more bites. They also have a trout pond here at the expo. Tons of trout in here. It's a bit tough to catch them since they are exposed to so much fishing pressure throughout the day, but it is a fun experience for all the little ones. They also have this section here where the kids can have a good time and act as though they are the fish and battle with the person in the chair up here. Fun experience, chance for the little kids to win a possible charter trip. Alright guys, we are here at the Zee Baits booth, and I picked up some of their stuff earlier. I'm going to give it a test out and see how it does for me out on the water. And these guys were super nice. They have a YouTube channel as well. I will leave that link down in the description. And their soft plastics are a consistency and a bait formulation that I really like. I don't want it super stretchy because they tend to float, and I also don't want it too stiff because they don't have as good action. So something right in the middle is what I typically like to go for, and they had the soft plastic formula that I liked, and I ended up picking one up. So we're gonna see how it works. They've also got a fishing simulator for more entertainment here. They've even got boats in here. This place is crazy. There's a ton of different stuff to look at and do. Alright, so they have what they call the hog trough in here. This has a ton of different species in here. We got anything from goldfish, different sunfish, we got perch, we got bass. We got a big old trout somewhere in here, and we have a catfish as well. And up on this podium here, there is an angler who will stand there and demonstrate some techniques and show you how to catch more fish. Just one of the many attractions that they have here at the Expo. We are now here at the Cutco booth. Cutco makes a wide variety of different cutlery. Got anything from silverware here all the way up to some kitchen sets, and they actually make a fillet knife. I have one of their Fisherman Solutions fillet knives. I love that thing. It is adjustable, the blade length. It has a built-in sharpener, has grippers in it. It's a great piece of equipment, and you really should check these guys out if you're looking for some sort of meal prep utensil and cutting implement. We are here with Enigma Fishing. If you guys are not familiar, I have one of their setups. I have an iPod rod and reel setup, and that thing has served me really well. They have a great warranty as well, so I wanted to stop in and make sure you guys got to know them a little bit. So anything you got to say about the brand?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, the warranty, it also covers, like, if you break it in a car door, a tailgate, it doesn't matter. We got our Phenom series that I'm sure most of you have probably seen in the bright green. Very eye-catching. A lot of people love it. And then here's our Epon series. That's the series he has with their hand-stitched rubber grip. The blank is made out of a blend of 30 and 40-ton Tory graphite, where this one's made out of a 30-ton. Retails $180 for the Epon and $150 for the Phenom.
So we are here at Denny's Hook and Knife Sharpeners. I have two of his small sharpeners for hooks and knives in my fishing kit, and they work really well. So we're going to see what he has to offer here. Here are those hook and knife sharpeners that I have in my kit. On the front we have some grooves to sharpen up our hooks, and on the back it is a flat piece of synthetic diamond to be able to sharpen up your blades.
Okay, these are the dual stick diamond sharpeners. Okay. Got three different grits on it. Coarse, the medium, and the fine. That's our triple. Coarse, you can take the dullest knife and work her down. Now it's very easy to use. Pick your blade up about a 1/4 inch, turn the back, let her run off. Do the same thing for the other side. Once you have it sharp, it has three different grits. Now, all you need is a couple strokes with the medium, a couple strokes with the extra fine, and they're shaving. Now, they bite right in.
Alright y'all, we are back at the house now, and I'm going to show you what I actually bought at the Expo, what I picked up, and I'm going to talk just briefly about what I'm going to use it for in these upcoming videos here. Item number one that we picked up is actually a new fly reel. So this, I did look around. I took an extensive search trying to figure out who exactly makes this fly reel. I used Google image search and I looked around on multiple different retailers, and I cannot find anything. All I can tell you is that it is machined aluminum and it feels pretty doggone good. I got to feel this as I was at the Expo, and I needed a new fly reel, so I ended up picking this one up. The reason I needed a new fly reel for my 2-weight rod was because this reel right here, perfectly fine reel made by a company called Angler Dream. It is a standard 2-weight reel, except for the reel seat is a little bit smaller than standard. Usually that wouldn't be a problem, but also the rod that I put it on, as you can see, the reel seat only really goes up to there, so you can only adjust up to there. And given how small that reel seat was, it did not fit on my rod, and I actually had to tape it on. So I ended up picking up this reel, and it fits just fine. I already spooled it up, and I'll keep you guys updated on how that works when I do my rod and reel arsenal video. Feels pretty good though, and I'm hopeful that it works the way I need it to. After some quite extensive research, I did end up figuring out what the reel that I picked up at the Expo was. It is an Allen Alpha 3 4-weight reel that is now discontinued, the original version of the Allen Alpha. They do, however, have an Allen Alpha 2. I have some comparisons up here on the screen for you. In the top right hand corner we have a gray version in a 5-6 weight size of the original Allen Alpha, and then in the bottom right hand corner we have the Allen Alpha 2 in that nice teal color compared to my reel on the left, just to show you what I mean there. It seems to be doing pretty well. I have taken it out and fished with it a couple of times, and I'm really happy with its performance thus far. Alright, the next items I picked up were from a random booth. There's a couple of those throughout the Expo where they just sell random stuff. They're not exactly for a particular vendor. This one in particular had a lot of ice fishing stuff, and although it didn't work out this year, I did buy a whole bunch of ice fishing stuff in the hopes to be able to go on my first ever ice fishing trip. It just really didn't freeze over enough in my area to be able to go this year, but we'll get out there next year. I picked up a whole bunch of Celsius ice gear. They make cheaper stuff. It's fine stuff, but it is cheaper. I got a scoop. That's one thing I didn't have that I am going to need when I go out for my first trip. I got some of these spring bobbers. I already used these, and there was a 2 for $2 deal, so I had to jump on that. These are really, really great, and I have them on my ice rod. I'll be talking about those in a separate video and why those are super useful. Also picked up some jigs. These are from a no-name brand. They look to be hand-painted, but I got a 10-pack of those for $5 and couldn't pass that up. I'm not sure if they're lead or tungsten. Either way, I don't really have that many jigs to begin with since I'm just starting out in ice fishing, so it's good to have that. And I also picked up one of these little jigging wraps. Hopefully I can catch some fish on that as I go out on my first season of ice fishing next year, because unfortunately I won't be able to do any ice fishing this year. Now, one of the great things about these expos is you can find some really, really good deals. It's just a good time. You get to put your hands on some of these items and try it out. There's also a real financial benefit though, as you can get stuff for super, super cheap. If you go into most fishing stores, most tackle shops, to get you this amount of weights is going to cost quite a bit of money. They're usually a couple bucks a pop for these large lead weights for surf fishing or catfishing, something along those lines. This amount of weights, I got a 4 ounce, 2 3 ounces, a couple 2 ounces, and a whole bunch of 1 ouncers. This cost me $5 flat. That's actually stupid how cheap these were, but I did pick these up from one of the retailers there, yeah, really good deal that I got there. I also ended up getting some stuff from Fresh Baits. Fresh Baits is a really, really awesome company. I've used their stuff. It works really, really well, and they were very happy with the fact that I had shown some of the stuff on the channel, and actually gave me some new baits to try out. I have a sample pack here that was on the house from them. I'll be trying some of those baits out, letting you know how they work. But I did actually end up with 3 packs of these Helamites. You guys have seen me use these in the past, and they work really, really well. I have some action footage that you saw earlier in the video of these baits in one of the test tanks. And they work really, really well. I love their consistency of plastic, and it is scented in a very good way. Seems to attract the fish, and I have a lot of confidence in these baits. Really good pickup, I think. We also ended up stopping at the Eurotackle booth, saying hello to Extreme Philly Fishing. He gave me a whole bunch of stickers, super awesome stickers, and I picked up 2 packs of their micro finesse baits. I think that's really where the best bang for the buck of Eurotackle lies. They make hard baits, they make larger soft plastics, but these small soft plastics are the best in the game. You can get other hard baits and soft plastics elsewhere, but these really are the best in the game when it comes to the small plastics. So I ended up picking up some of the gliders in chartreuse. and some of the EPF minnows in like a black and blue color. I think these are going to be really versatile, and I have never tried either of these specifically. Eurotackle in general is good when it comes to these small baits, but I have not tried these specific models. Very excited to, however. And of course I got some great stickers. Another company I had the pleasure to pick some items up from was Zee Bait Company. This is made just down the road from where the expo was held in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. They seemed like really good guys, had a really good conversation with me, and yet again, similar to those fresh baits, the consistency of the soft plastic and the formula that they use was really up the alley of what I typically use. So I'm going to give these a try. I can't speak on how well they work yet because I've never used them, but the dudes were really, really nice. Go give them a follow. They have a YouTube channel. I have it linked down in the description below. Also, make sure to go pick up some of their products because these guys are really good, solid dudes over there at Zee Bait Company. I also picked up 2 little tape measures from one of the other random dealers there at the expo. I've used retractable tape measures similar to the one I have here by Milwaukee, something like this, a little tiny tape measure. However, it's always wet when you're fishing, and I've had the insides of them rust and break down too many times to keep going back to those. So I do have just a simple tape. I'll have to find a way to like maybe use a Velcro strap and make sure these don't unfold in my kit. But I think this is going to be a really good addition so that I can have something to measure it and don't have to measure it on my rod or something while not having to resort to a retractable tape measure. We also picked up one of these diamond stones from Denny, the knife sharpener dude. He makes some really good products and sells some really good products. This here is a really interesting diamond stone. I'll definitely be talking about this more in the more knife side of my content. This is a 600 grit. The current diamond setup that I have has a 300 grit and a 1200 grit. It's double-sided. So I got the 600 to be kind of an intermediate between those two grits, so I can do my sharpening better. And the interesting thing about this is it actually has a handle in the back to help you do stuff like axes. So this is kind of a dual piece of equipment for me. Definitely not super fishing related, but I did get it at the expo, so I wanted to mention it. And finally, we have the bag of baits from the Worm Bar. As I mentioned several times earlier in the video, the composition of the plastics, to me as an angler, is really, really important. And these guys really have done it right with their plastic formula, and they have a ton of different options as far as plastics. I got some Senkos, some craws, some tubes, grubs, swim baits. I didn't get a whole bunch of stuff because I have some of their products left over from last year. Take a look at their website. I will leave that linked down below. And yeah, they really do stuff right over there at the Worm Bar, and you pay by weight, at least at the expos. I'm not sure how it works on their website, so you're getting a really, really good deal. This only cost me like $5.75, something like this, to get this amount of plastics, and they are really good quality plastics. Alright guys, and with that, that is all I'm going to have for you in this video here today. I got to get all this stuff organized so I can actually go out and use it on future fishing expeditions. I had a really great time at the expo. I hope you guys enjoyed watching some of this experience here. If you did, make sure to subscribe because I have more informational and educational outdoor content coming your way real soon. And with all that being said, God bless. I'll see you next time.